Hello everybody, 'tis another week in Marvel Contest of Champions, and another week is coming, of course. So what is happening next week? Yes, that's why we do the Grind Show. It's a Saturday show keeping you in the know of things that are happening in the foreseeable week in Marvel Contest of Champions, from Battlegrounds Season 2 right the way through to other things. Let's get into it. And the show is not possible without the amazing work of Dan of Frontline MCOC. If you want to find information about side quests, crystal tracking, you want to find out when a champion's going into a crystal, into the arena, into whatever's happening with the contest, make sure you follow Dan on Twitter, and as well, go and check out Frontline MCOC in the link in the description down below. Now we kick off the week with a Saturday. What is happening on a Saturday? Well, it's ending. Yes, it is. It is ending. The Summoner Camp. Yes, indeedy. Sad to see it go, but obviously things have to come to an end. All good things must indeed come to the end. If you're like myself, that very much squeaky bum timed the ability to get myself all the objectives after losing internet for, I think it was like 5 to 7 days and was not able to do an objective. Thank the Lord, I was able to get myself the objectives that I've got, and did that, so that's great. But that comes to an end. It is also, and potentially, depending on the time, it will be arena wins. It may drop early UK time, late in other countries, but basically, in a nutshell, there should be an arena wins that is on. There's also going to be an alliance war that is on, for those that indeed do it, and hopefully your season is going relatively well. There's also a begin for an AQ cycle. Yes, indeed, as soon as it ends, it starts again, and whether or not you're like ourselves, our alliance, we're like, well, we not really want to do map 8 with the rewards not being great and up to the meta of things like AW, so we're prioritizing that at the moment. And the final thing is there's going to be an arena. That's right, there's going to be an Alpha Catalyst arena for your trouble as well. Moving on to Sunday, and there's not much on. I think this is a good opportunity to get involved with incursions, especially because the 22-hour event that will be on will be event quest completion. You can go and grind that if you want to, but in a nutshell, you might want to kind of look at other things. For me, I may be doing... Actually, I think I'm recovering that day because I think it's a party that on Saturday night. But in any case, I think I'm going to be doing a... getting involved with Act 8.1 because I need to return back to it. And as well with other stuff completed or smashed out, like Cavalier, I've 100%ed, as well as Eternity of Pain, which I've done 100% in all the objectives. And also the side quest, which I may do some of that, but I may save it for like another kind of fun video that I did. But yeah, it's a good opportunity to grind other things in game, get some units, because we've got the 25th of November is the Cyber Weekend deals dropping, so it's going to be important, especially if you are a free-to-play player. On to Monday, and there's many things going on. I mean, one of the first things is that we will see Season 2 of Battlegrounds for those that are indeed going to be getting involved with it, and it may be a good opportunity to get involved with it, with what you get back from it. Information, I think we'll be covering in some MCN, or I've already covered. But in any case, there are other things going on a Monday apart from that dropping. It is Black Item Market Reset, indeed, for those that get involved with it, and those that spend. There is also a nice little alliance war for everybody that's getting involved with it. We are coming to the business end of alliance war. When I say business end, I mean coming towards the end, and everybody's going to be jostling for position and all those kind of things. Also on Monday, there will be a hero use potentially on. Again, the timeframes do differ on when things happen, but it will be over the space of either late Sunday, early Monday, and until the next one kind of resets on the 22-hour event, for those that want to plan around that. And the final thing is we will see an arena round 2, if I can get my words out, round 2 for Doc Ock and for the new Spiderman coming into the arena. So yeah, kind of good luck if you're doing those particular grinds, but look out for that. For Tuesday, we'll have a reset on the Incursion milestones. Now, the Incursion milestones are very different. As a lot of you know, it's gold orientated. They've shifted the dark artifacts into the kind of the grind of the zones, which is good in some ways. It means you don't have to extensively and repetitively grind. But the side of things is like, well, gold is the only thing that you're able to get as kind of repeatable. So you will sadly need to repeat a good chunk of kind of going further and beyond in incursions with not really getting much from it. But, you know, there are some kind of goods and bads to the whole kind of situation of that, so look out for that. I think the alliance resets with the scoring with the gold. As I said, it's not really current meta volume of gold, but it's something for those. It's 125,000 gold on a repeatable basis every 5 days, if indeed the alliance situation kind of like resets with it. So that's some good news with that. Also, what is happening on Tuesday is there is going to be a tier 4 basic arena. Again, for those that grind it, there are people out there that do the tier 4 basic and people that don't. And also on Tuesday, there is a level up event potentially. So look out for your 22-hour event being the level up event for those that want to rank up and level up on a specific day in order to maximize your take home. A little bit of units, revive and health potion. Wednesday coming at you, and let's face it, it's not really an overly excitable time within MCOC, but there's stuff that's on. There's going to be a 22-hour event, which is the arena wins. If you want to go and do your 22-hour event, you know, focus on your arena wins. AQ cycle is going to end. That's the next thing. Also, there is going to be a class catalyst arena. For those that want to do that, there may be some people out there, and something that I think Kabam should look into rebuffing at some stage. There's a solo event week 3. They're very doable. There's no point me doing any guide for them because you literally do them by just grinding out the game, and that's absolutely fine, which is the I Want Candy Crystal Shards, so look out for that. And also, the final thing, the most exciting thing, is the end of the Eternity of Pain. Now, I'm not 100% sure on the rewards distribution because I can't remember if it's something that normally happens within 24 hours of the event ending. And yeah, like, it's still good news that that's going to come to an end because, you know, like myself and like so many people, they are looking forward to those fantastic, lovely rewards. Like, I've got my top peak, which is 2 of each of the tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha. I'm so looking forward to that. Lots of class kata selection and obviously the Nexus Crystal. Still haven't decided where I'm going with this one, but we'll see. But the 30 right there is a nice 30 signature stones. I'm just really looking forward to getting 2 more fully formed tier 3 alpha and tier 6 basic. Happy days. Ooh, lovely. On Thursday, we have got ourselves event quest completion as your 22-hour event. Don't know if you want to prioritize any kind of event grind for that. Also, we've got an Alliance War, which will be on or starting on that particular day. And the second thing, or the third thing, sorry, is that there is going to be an arena for Scorpion. Now, let's face it, there are going to be people out there that want a Scorpion. I probably won't be interested in doing an extensive grind for it, but let's face it, it's a great champion, Scorpion, and I'm sure that it's going to have a lot of interest for players to grab, especially entering into the basic. We don't know what the featured is just yet, especially because we're 2 weeks away from having the spot arena, and have we already had the spot arena? No, we are 2 weeks away from the spot arena. But that's kind of like gives you a perspective of like, you know, the time frame and what's going to be there. Is it going to be a Spider-Verse related champion? Maybe. We'll have to see when the kind of arena drops next week. Also, Friday is going to be hero use and class catalyst arena. So that's going to drop on that day. And you have 24 hours at this point. So when it's the, what date is it? The 21st of October, you will have a total of 20, I think it's 24 hours. Let's just double check. Yeah, it should be 24 hours until you aren't able to spend anything in your Happy Camper store. So make sure to get your spend in. The same goes for Regal Resort. You have to get your spend in on these particular places. I mean, for me, I'm nearly there. We've kind of getting the last bits and bobs. So yeah, if you haven't spent your hexes, spend them before it's too late. And the same thing when it comes to your golden hexes, special doodah whatsits. So yeah, make sure to do that because you will lose them forever otherwise. So don't lose them forever. And now onto the grind tip of the week. Now, a few things to mention with the grind tipser multiple of the week. One of the first things is the reset of the loyalty store. So in the loyalty store, there is a reset that's going to be going on for if you have a load of loyalty and you're looking to like get more of the rank 4 6-star materials, then it is resetting. You can see like the limit change, especially for like this one is in 4 days time. So for me, I'm thinking about like that. I'm thinking about like when it resets as to when you can get them, get the resources and items, because it's going to be quite important. Sadly for me, you might be wondering, well, Rich, that was the 750,000 one that you bought right there. Why did you buy that one? Well, when I did buy that one, I was Thronebreaker not Paragon. So I didn't have the Paragon related loyalty store kind of options. Now that I am Paragon, I now have both options, and obviously in future I will not be losing out 750 or 250,000 loyalty. I won't be losing out of, and I indeed I will be buying it. So the scenario is like right there, as you can see, it says 750,000, but there's a 500k version which I didn't have access to until I was Paragon. So I'm a little bit annoyed about that, but it is what it is. I had to use that as an option in order to get what I needed from. It's also a good opportunity for you to look at your Incursion store. Now, at the point of recording this video, which is Thursday morning, without the kind of the changing of the guard with what happens with the Incursion store, it is important to look at your artifacts as to when you're going to get more. Now, I released a video on Thursday morning, again, with a spreadsheet that looked over spend, acquisition, stuff like that. So look at your opportunities to either save your artifacts or spend your artifacts accordingly. If you are Thronebreaker to Paragon, you may be looking at 7-star option, 7-star champions, and 7-star shards, sorry, and you may be looking for dupes. Or you're looking at roster progression. So you might be like, okay, well, I'm going to wait for a good 6-star crystal to come about that has all the champions that I need within it to then spend. So again, down to personal preference. You may be looking at the Power Steel option and going, okay, well, I want to have an opportunity to get either Ebony Maw Rogue, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, Doc Ock, Modok, Omega Red, Sorcerer Supreme, Symbiote Supreme, Hood, Vision, Age of Ultron, 10 champions right there that you may not have before. And maybe you're looking for a sneaky dupe or an opportunity at a shorter pool of champions. So again, artifact hoarding may be according to the kind of the principles that you want to set. Or you're like, as I said, kind of the option of going, okay, well, let's go for spending my artifacts on a fully formed 6-star, which at the moment is 32k for 2,000 6-star shards. Or kind of 22,000 for 5-star. You may want the 54,000 artifact shards, artifacts being spent, for an opportunity to dupe 6-stars to get shards, is the point I want to get to. So those are two very important grind tips for the week on those resets and how they will benefit to you, as well as, like, I think that's really it. They're two new tips I haven't really kind of mentioned in previous videos. I don't want to repeat myself in videos, but as usual, make sure you're getting your grind in those 22-hour events because they slap. They're brilliant. Second thing is units. We're getting close, guys and gals. We're getting close to the business end of Cyber Weekend prep, and you know, for me, I want to get. I'd love to get 25,000 units by Cyber Weekend. I'm not planning to use all of those units. I just need more for what may drop in December. So that's kind of my preparation. That's a personal preparation. I think I'm going to get 21,000 by the end of the month. Fingers crossed. And then it's a case of trying to see if I can be ambitious to get a further 4,000 units before the end of November, and then try and get some more by the end of December. So again, that's a personal thing. We'll talk about that and how I'm looking to acquire my units more, specifically around other things that are going on. But that's it. I'm going to end the video there. I don't want it to go on too long. That's the grind for this week, and we'll see you next week. Check out some other content located on screen right now. Have a lovely weekend and week, and I'll see you for some fresh content very, very soon. Bye-bye.